Welcome to The Pew, starring the legendary Monique Walker, Javis Mays, C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, Joe Smith, Ron Todd, and Maurice Hawkins. Buckle your seatbelt. We discuss everything on The Pew.
All right. Welcome to The Pew. What's going on, everybody? My name is Ron Todd, and as you can see, the crew's in the building. Maurice Hawkins, C. Ashley Brown, Monique Walker, and Mr. Javis Mays is on vacation. But what's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
Maurice, I feel real good tonight because these ladies look incredible. Can we talk about how great the ladies look tonight?
Looking good.
Yes.
Good.
They're making this show look so good tonight. Ashley, you look like $1 million. The legend always looks good.
Always.
The legend always looks good.
I had to step my game up.
Wait. I just like yours is Hey. I couldn't do what you did, Ash.
It took me a second to listen.
Look, y'all, the good viewers are already coming in. Renee Rogers is the first one. She said it's time for the #1 podcast in the land. That's what I'm talking about. Okay?
I'm with it.
So that's my sister.
I love you, Renee. Let's see. Latoya Griffin Gibson says, blessings to the Pew crew from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. What's up, Hattiesburg?
In the house. Mississippi is in the house. What's up, Latoya?
Mama was hot down there, though.
Right. It's hot up here. I know it's hot down there.
Like dumb.
Oh.
Yes. It is terrible.
Man, I can't take it.
It's
Me
terrible.
either. Kevin Moore said, hey, Pew crew fam. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, brother.
Renee says, hey, Pew family. Let's see what we got here. Savannah Blunt is in the building. She says, come through here. Face, Ashley. Right, we see you.
Ashley.
Hey.
I gotta get used to having hair again. I'm not used to. Y'all know I've been naturaling it out. I've been roughing stuff with my Afro puffs for a longer time. I don't know.
What's your husband like the hair?
Has not been able to pass me without doing like this.
Uh-oh. Watch it.
You got the touch of hell.
All right. We might have to hurry this show along. Got some things going on.
That word. No rushing. No rushing. Trust me.
K. Danielle Brown said, hey, y'all. Aaliyah Evans says, happy Pew Day. Y'all looking good. I know the ladies are looking great. Thank you, Aaliyah. We appreciate it.
No, we ain't gonna act like y'all fellas ain't looking nice yourselves now.
Right.
No,
Like y'all smell good around here. You know. That's nice.
Hey, Ron, I had to put that on this thing, boy. It was rough.
Man, this beard. You see how scruffy this beard is?
Oh,
I went swimming. I ain't been to the barber.
Cut it out.
Kobe Bowden said, hey, everyone, it's Pew Day. Savannah Blunt says, hey, Pew crew. Kevin Moore says, y'all are smoking tonight. All right. We'll take it.
Okay.
Marcia Johnson says, hey, Pew crew. What's up, Marcia?
Hi, Marcy. She's the girl in the world on her profile.
You see her? She is beautiful.
She's so sweet.
Renee says, I love you more. Marcia Johnson says, hey, Sissy, C. Ashley Brown.
Hi, Sissy.
Carissa Lives says, hello, everyone. What's up, Miss Lives? She hangs up. Tiffany Moses says, blessings, everyone.
Her name is Sharice. Lives is not her last name. She just,
Oh.
yeah, it's just Sharice. That's not her last.
I'm so sorry. And I be saying it too, like, what's up, Miss Livs?
Like, yeah.
My sister Tiffany. That's my sister too.
Tiffany.
I like that
Kobe
good
Golden
chat.
says, hey, Ash.
Now let me tell y'all why that's funny. For two reasons. One, because she knows that I have an attitude with her right now. But two, because she's sitting right here on my couch. She's actually in town this week. She came down from Houston for my recording. So she's actually watched the Pew live.
That is hilarious.
I wish I could have been there.
Sharice is giving you some love, Pastor Mo.
Oh, hey, Sharice.
K. Danielle Brown says, hey, my Pussy Ashley Brown Lawrence.
Hi, cousin. Girl, your face is super beating this profile picture. Work.
Yeah, mate. Tiffany Moses says, love you, Pastor Monique.
I love you, sis.
All right. Listen, you say what now?
We don't get no love. It's all
Ashley. Never. No.
Oh my God, really?
Listen, it'd be all about the legend and Ashley.
Ciao, bye.
God, it is.
So, because we got so much to talk, we have so much to talk about tonight in so little time. So let's just get into this.
Yes.
Can we get into this real quick? Can we get into this right here? Hey.
I love it.
So Miss Ash.
Wait, did you play it?
No, it was a recording. I don't have no audio.
It was a picture.
I wanted to hear something.
I know. You know, with live recordings, you're not supposed to record nothing. So.
You're not, but people still did.
You know, they be disobedient, sneaking cameras and things.
I really didn't mind. I really didn't have a problem with it.
Javen sent me a bunch of clips, but I didn't think I was supposed to show them because I wasn't supposed to have them.
I don't mind. I don't mind one. I don't mind one.
Okay, let me look. So now, Ashley, tell us about the experience because I was so excited for you. I was praying for you all night. I had to sing that night, and I told everybody at my gig, like, I'm here, but I really want to be with my sister. And the person who was doing the thing was looking at me like, what? Like, you don't want? I'm like, I really want to be with my sister right now. She's doing this live recording, and I know it's super dope. And I'm like, so everybody, please. Her name is C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. We're just gonna pray for her tonight. And the person who was putting on the program was looking like, okay, but what about my function? So you just didn't want to be here? But I did my good singing, so I think she was okay.
Well, praise the Lord.
Amen.
I'm glad you made it for it.
Right. Yeah. But Ashley, so how did it go? Tell us about the whole experience.
Oh man, it was amazing. It was really so far beyond what I had expected. It was really, really so bad. It was so cool. It was really great to see everybody that came through to support. Granted, it wasn't as many as we wanted to be there. We had to limit the seating, so everybody that could come out came through, and I was so far beyond appreciative to everybody for just being there and wanting to be a part of the experience with me. Unfortunately, some stuff kind of came through that kind of messed up my sinuses and stuff. So you know how I am, Monique. I'm my worst critic.
Absolutely, I know.
So I wasn't. To me, you know, I felt like I could have done more. I kind of had to push through some stuff, but for the most part, you know, it was really cool. You know, the Lord had His way. A lot of people said that they were ministered to, and they were blessed. And really, that's all that I wanted. You know, all that I was looking for was for somebody to be able to leave there feeling differently than they came in. And so, I'm real tickled at these pictures.
Can we talk about this outfit? Both outfits were amazing.
Face and hairs.
Yeah.
God.
Hair amazing.
I mean, really.
The background singers looked amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Skirts that was dope.
Now what was funny was the skirt that I have on top of that dress was a last minute change. And so by the time I came out, I didn't even know my stylist, and shout out to him, Grover Dubose with G Squared. He's from Houston. And he has a tendency to not tell me anything until I get in front of him. He'll show me the fabric and he'll make my stuff that day. And then he won't tell me anything. I don't know any styles or,
Oh Lord.
I just have to trust him. But he never fails me, like ever. He's like Jesus. Like he never, ever, ever makes me look bad. He never makes me regret, trusting his judgment. And he always comes out with stuff like this. And so that was actually a last minute thing. And I was blown because by the time I came out on stage, all of the girls' skirts looked exactly like mine, but they were just sequins. So it was amazing to be able to see how in sync everybody was. But they looked great. The band sounded amazing. The BGV sounded amazing. It was kind of like a journey, so it was like a trip down memory lane for me. Doing it in my home church, it made it a lot easier for me to do that. So I took them all the way back to like the first song that my dad ever wrote for me when I was 2 years old, and I actually recorded that night for the first time. I didn't even remember it, but he had to teach it to me so that I could be able to do it that night, and we were able to record it that night. So that was a huge deal for me. It was kind of like a full circle moment. I was standing on the steps. He has a picture that he keeps posting over and over again of me in these little pigtails and with this little red dress on, and I'm standing on the steps of my church altar singing that song. So I went right back to that spot on my steps, and I recorded that song in front of everybody. Yes, what's up? What's going on? That guy right there. There's a reason why I call him best, because he is sincerely the best. He was responsible for producing the album. So he has been working for weeks, for the past month, on making sure that the band was tight, that the voices were tight. He was responsible for all the rehearsals, and he just took over and made it so much of an amazing experience. So thank you, Bess. I really appreciate you. I had my uncles there that I grew up listening to. V. Michael McKay was one of them, and he
Oh
said,
my God.
And I let him. He and my dad are actually best friends, so he was there. He gave me a song, but I told him I didn't feel right doing it unless he was going to be there to direct it. So he V. Michael McKay the crap out of us that night.
Oh Lord.
Completely mixed.
Wow,
It was such a dope experience. My dad got up there and J. Eric Brown the crap out of us on his song. I got to do that as a duet with my girl Keisha Brown Cooley. And me and my husband actually did a duet, which was a big surprise for everybody. So yeah, so that was the big surprise. We kept that from everybody, but we still got to fix some stuff in post, but that's part of the fun of doing a recording. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I had an amazing time. Of course, I wish Davis was on here because I owe him an apology and a thank you. So my dad was running around so much, he forgot to tell the people that I wanted to do praise and worship that they were doing praise and worship. So she was just sitting in there chilling. And when Kenny came to ask her what she was doing, she was like, "Oh, I didn't know about that." So I was scrambling like, "Oh my God!" They're literally like braiding my hair underneath here and trying to get me ready. I'm like, "Call Javis, please! Call Javis right now!"
Did
Javis
you
doing praise and worship for me that night?
Oh
and,
my God!
And I tell you, these people loved him.
Of course.
Loved him.
Oh my God, that's so good.
He is amazing.
Awesome. So he didn't ask for anything, he just needed an organist and a drummer. They got up there and they did their thing, and it was incredible. So the whole night was just awesome,
I'm so happy for you, Ashley. I can't wait for the album. I'm just super excited. And I just feel like God does all things well. Even the way you came to doing this second recording, it was a God thing. So It's like all that other stuff doesn't even matter.
Absolutely.
You're bold though, Ash, because to let somebody just bring something and you don't see it, I would go absolutely. I have to see everything. Right on.
I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way, but he pays.
You are good, girl.
He pays me no attention, and he says that's the way he is with it. Like, he literally flew here with fabric and showed me the fabric and said, "Well, this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm doing. Don't worry about nothing." I had to try on the shoes, and that was it for me. I couldn't do anything else. He won't let me in on anything. He just tells me to trust him.
Me and him, you probably would be fighting.
Right. Hey, Pastor Darlene.
But the great thing about him is that I wouldn't let. And he's only doing that now because he and I have such a rapport.
Knows her, right?
Yeah, we have a relationship now. Like, he's my big brother now. He's not just my stylist. He's my big brother, and so he knows me. He knows my taste. He knows what I like, what I don't like, and I trust him because I know his style. I know the way he does stuff, and we just work really, really well together. So that's the only reason why I would let him. Anybody else can't try that with me,
right?
Like, I'm gonna have to see all.
Now I know one thing, Pastor Monique. Those lips sure are popping tonight.
Always.
Those lips are popping.
Always popping. Hello.
Somebody gonna have to give you a kiss. You feel me?
Jesus, look. I'm too old.
And listen, and if you ashy, you better have your Elvania.
Period.
Let me tell you, it's no excuse.
Period.
Maurice, I don't know if you up on it, but it's no excuse for anybody to ever have ashy hands.
I don't need none of that, bro.
Yeah, listen, real close. You do. Okay, you do. Pastor Monique makes Elvania.
Yes,
wow.
And it's the best thing you have ever gotten in your life.
Absolutely.
You'll have to fly swat the women off of you, sir.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
come on, fly swat. Yeah.
Look at
All you gotta do, go to Elvania. Thank you, Renee. She's always on it. All you gotta do is go to Elvania.com.
Elvania.com.
You came in as you were saying it. Elvania.com.
I love my Renee.
Yes, it's necessary. So we're excited for Ashley. We have some other things we got to get into today. So listen, if you guys have not already, make sure you share this broadcast. All right, take a minute, hit that share button, because listen, we about to get right into it. There's some really this has been an interesting 7 days. The last 7 days, it's been a lot of stuff that has transpired, and we gonna just get into it because we're broadcasters and that's what we do. Praise His high holy name.
Hallelujah.
So first of all, I want to jump into this first. I want to talk about Miss Wendy Williams. And I want to talk about Miss Wendy Williams because she is known for coming for people in her own way. She's built a whole career, allegedly. Let me say this, I don't want to be sued. Allegedly, she built a whole career on dishing dirt on other celebrities, hot topics, and things of that nature. But this time, I think she may have made a mistake. Take a look at this.
Okay, I don't know this woman because I don't follow social media like that regarding influencers and what all goes on, but there's this woman, her name is Tabitha Brown. Oh, you know her? Clap if you know her. Okay, good. I don't know her. Well, she's an influencer and she's saying that she's retiring her husband. He's been a police officer for 15 years and he wants to live out his dreams. Take a look.
I have said to him, babe, it's time. It's time. It's time for him to dream again. It's time for him to think like a child and think, ooh, when I grow up, what do I want to be? And it's something else. It's time for a new journey, a new chance at life, right? And God has blessed us. He has blessed me that I can retire my husband.
Nope. I was married to one of those. I make the money and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, buy a business, stay with me, but go. You see how that turned out. I predict that this marriage is going to be on real rocky ground in a moment. Live your dream. Then they invest in stuff and they lose the money. And then they invest in something else and the money gets swindled or stolen. Then they invest again. Then he comes home and throws his bag down. And he's like, and she's like, what? And he's like, I can't do this, and this is your fault. You know, you're over here making all your money and stuff. You had me quit my job, and I can't find my live like a child. No, but you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no, no, you work. Being a cop was a big part of his identity. He liked it, but she came to him and said that. Clap if you understand what I'm saying. Keep clapping. More great show for you, everybody. Up next,
She does.
Everyone got the same look on their face, like
Just stay out of people's house. What it's
Right.
no manual. It's no manual that everybody needs to follow.
That's it.
Everybody's life is different. Everybody's marriage is different. Everybody's relationship is
Household is different.
different. And so, she can't say because she married one that's going to happen with anybody else. These people get on my nerves because they so busy talking about what other people do. Now, she didn't talk too much. She told a little bit about what her husband was doing. A little bit. She didn't go all digging like she digging folks' stuff.
Right. The thing, hold on. K. Danielle said, nobody comes from Auntie Tabitha. That's my business. That's right. Kevin said, you got to know who you're dealing with before you do this live, live like a child stuff. Savannah Bless said, it's the way Auntie gathered her in her response. It's coming. Don't worry.
I saw it. I saw the response.
Erica Thompson says,
she got her back nicely.
yeah, we're going to get to that in a little bit. Aaliyah said, the way Tab read her like a book and the Holy Ghost was everything. She cursed her out without using a curse word. That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Colby Bowles said, listen to what Tab read her. Man, listen, Tab's piece is something serious. K. Danielle, Savannah Blunt, I would have used every curse word in the book. The Lord is still working on me.
Yeah, Jesus.
You know what? Okay, so before we continue, let's hear what Tab had to say.
Hello there. Y'all all right? Very good, honey. I was up doing a little work here. That's why I got my pajamas on in my office. And then my phone started going off, like praising people. It was like, girl, you're Wendy Williams. First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay. And so people sent me a little clip. And I said, oh, my God, the pain this woman must be in. Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way. And I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Yes. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine place, right? But this was an agreement that my husband and I had. And I told him 15 years ago, oh, babe, in 5 years, I'll be able to take you out of there so then you can pursue one of your dreams that you love. Right now, I was his dog in the fight, okay? And he believed in me. And we did it together for the last 15 years. I did every year with him at LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry, right? However, God has blessed me. He has allowed me to manifest. I've been praying on this for a very long time, and it has now come to pass. That is the power of God. It's also the power of allowing God to be first in your marriage, okay? And that is how it remains successful. We keep him first. He is first in our marriage. Not money, not business, not success, but God. He's first, okay? So this is my prayer for you. I pray that love finds you, true love. I pray it finds you and it holds you tight. I pray that someone will love you enough to see you when you are not well, to see you when you need true support, to see you when you need compassion, to see you when you need kindness. I pray that somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you I pray that type of love finds you so that you can understand why. I don't want my husband to put his life on the line anymore wearing a bulletproof vest if he don't have to, and if that's not his desire. I love him enough that I want him to be safe, and I want him to coach children the way he wants to. My husband has a nonprofit, right? And he wants to be able to build that even more so. And what I do know is a 9-to-5 or a steady job takes away time for creativity, takes away time that you want to pour into your real true purpose. And if God blesses someone to be able to pull out of that 9-to-5 and pour everything into their purpose, their passion, ooh, my goodness, why would we dishonor God if he blesses us with the ability and the way to be able to do so? Ooh, honey, I'm excited about that. Ooh, I pray that somebody finds you, love finds you, that excites you the way I am excited about my husband being able to grow his business, being able to pour into children, continue to coach these kids, do other things he's dreamt about. Ooh, honey, I pray this type of excitement and love finds you and anybody else who seems to not understand this. I pray that type of love finds you. Sacrifice, compassion, like I really do. I really, really do. Okay? With that being said, I thank all of y'all for messaging me and telling me about it. And I want you, whoever is watching, who understands the type of love, let us all pray for people like Miss Wendy and others who have either been so hurt or never found a genuine love that fills their heart with so much compassion and joy. Let us all pray that they find that and that it finds them. Yes, very good. Now, I want y'all to go on about your business, okay? And have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't y'all dare go messing up nobody else's here. God bless you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Listen,
It was the smile for me. It was the smile for me the whole time.
Yes.
he threw shade in a very nice way.
Listen.
And it was really just the truth.
Woo!
Right there, that just.
Yeah, she said Miss Wendy. That took me out.
Wait a minute. When she said, you must be hurting so bad. You must be hurting.
Oh God.
But see,
Y'all.
ain't nothing to talk about no way. I mean, it's Wendy.
But see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. I can identify with this. If like I've always worked, you know, even when I first started having children, my wife stayed home for a very long time before she went back and got into her career. And I've always worked, even though I've always sang, I've always had businesses other than my secular job. I've always worked. And me working, I have always felt like it's held me back in certain instances. Like I could only tour on the weekends when I was doing plays. So I could never have a very large role because they had to have somebody, an understudy that could do my role if they had a run during the week because I couldn't work during the week. So there's different things creatively that I always felt like I was limited by because I had to keep a job. So I feel like if I were married and my wife said to me, listen, you've always held us down and now I have enough money for us, or we have enough money. How about that? Because it's all one. We have enough money to where you can now go pursue your dreams. You've done everything so that I could pursue mine. Now I want you to go do it. I don't see. First of all, it's our business. That's what we decided within our home. And if it worked for us, you know, people got to stop thinking that what didn't work for them won't work for you. because that's not always the case. There's so many dynamics to the home that we just don't know when it comes to, you know how like people say, well, listen, you know, don't your man got to work because otherwise he's just gonna sit at home. You're gonna have to work, come home, clean, cook, everything. Well, that might have been your situation, but for us, I might be the perfect homekeeper. I might be the best one to take care of the kids. It may just work differently for us.
Right.
And so for Wendy to put her mouth on that woman, she was wrong on so many levels.
But can I just say, nothing irritates me and aggravates me more than two things. One, people that act like they've done no wrong and then just starting conversations with you for no reason, like nothing happened, and then just ask you to pass them a beer. Like that kind of stuff irritates me. But nothing irritates me more than somebody trying to judge your situation based on their situation. Like, don't put me in your position. My husband ain't your husband.
That's right.
That's all the more reason why she was able to consistently put a real nice cap and some asterisks on the word together. Did anybody else notice that?
Absolutely.
She kept saying the word together, which means my story is not your story. Well, close your book, and if you're gonna read mine, don't read it with the same goggles that you read and wrote yours with. I can't stand when people say, well, you can't do that because I done been there and I done seen this. Yeah, but you didn't see me do it. And all the more reason why you can't judge how things turn out for me just because it turned out for you that way.
Right.
Everybody's story isn't the same. Case in point, my husband, when we got married, all I was doing was attempting to do music professionally. And he was working as a school teacher. He had gone to school the whole time we were dating. He was going to school and he was trying to get his degree so that he could be a teacher or whatever. By the time we got married, he was already in teaching, and my music career started, kind of popping off. Well, he said that he really didn't see anything for real that he wanted to stay in teaching, so he wanted to go into nursing. I said totally fine. He still worked some other stuff on the side, but he stopped teaching and I was still doing music. And God, and this is what Tab was talking about. That's why I can relate. When you put God first in your relationship and in your marriage, he is not just gracious, but he's obligated to make sure that his children do not go without because they trusted him. And so we trusted God for all of that and did nothing go unpaid, did nothing go turned off. And by the time Reggie became a nurse and got his degree and everything, we were stable, we were good. And so now we're able to both do exactly what it is that we both want to be doing. Now we're both living our dreams and working in our dream jobs. So if I would have listened to the people that were saying, well, you need to get that man to go out, you need to do this, you need to do that, and we ain't gonna be able to do that, boy trying to do that, and this is taking forever. Had I listened to them, I'd be somewhere looking crazy like Wendy.
Yeah, because that's the problem. So many people listen to everybody else instead of paying attention to their own situation.
You can't do that. And consider the source. What kind of advice I'm going to take from Wendy Williams about my marriage?
People tore up from the floor up, but then they want to tell you about your relationship, and they tore up.
Right.
Bye. Girl, sit down.
And my thing is, nowadays, women are making more than men, a lot of men. So it ain't like it used to be back in the day when, the man was working, the wife stayed home. It ain't that type of day no more.
Yeah.
You got women making more than men. And if you got an insecure man, he's going to have a problem with that.
And see, that's what I love about Chance. He is not insecure. He willingly, open-heartedly accepted. Because let me tell you, I didn't see the reason that I think Tab's response to this went so viral is because it's exactly what a lot of us as Christians are supposed to do when we respond, but we don't. So there's no way possible. She should have been able to be that calm, that gathered, that together, and that loving throughout the entire. And she was genuinely loving throughout her entire response. I didn't see no panic. It was definitely some shade that we gathered because it was shade given. but she actually looked at her from a perspective of concern and godly sorrow for her.
And pity. I feel sorry.
She pitied her.
But you know what, Ashley? You said a mouthful, and what I appreciate and what I'm so sick of, I can appreciate her response, and I'm so sick of church people coming out of character.
Come on.
To handle things. Because when you get in church, you can't stop them from being anointed.
Exactly.
You can't stop them from prophesying and laying on hands. As soon as something happened, they want to cuss folk out. What happened to all that power and Holy Ghost and stuff? And that you operate, you so drunk in the spirit. But we got to show that on the outside. Go somewhere and sit down. Go sit down. Her response was everything. It was, yes, we church people, we know shade when we hear it. Give, but still, it was still, I mean, she didn't raise her voice not one time. She didn't do the neck roll, all that. Gone.
And she could have. She could have. Anybody in the world would have felt like she was well within her rights to get nasty, to get petty. She could have talked about her mama if she wanted to. Everybody around the world would have been like this.
Yeah.
Because she felt like that was what she deserved. But we as the kingdom are supposed to be set apart. And we're supposed to respond to stuff differently than the rest of the world does. And I think that's what's shocking everybody so much is the fact that she actually responded the way we're supposed to. Like anybody, us Christians should have been like, yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we don't.
It shouldn't have taken us by surprise.
That's why we can't say we don't do it.
That's the thing when you got that personal relationship with God and you doing what you supposed to do and you walking in what God got for you, you can respond like that. But a lot of people do it in church, but then they miserable at home.
Exactly. Now you preached right there, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because I can go on. I ain't gonna do it.
Listen, Kevin Moore said when a man gets offended by his wife's slavery, he's just showing his own security.
Salary. Where is your glasses, bro?
Right, salary, not slavery.
That's how tired I am.
Bro,
offended by his wife's slavery, he's just showing his own insecurity.
Okay.
I'm going to.
It's the same thing. It means the same thing. It's the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna be mad if my wife make more than me. I'm gonna tell you that.
You feel me?
Listen, I need y'all to realize the blessing.
It's all going to the same pot.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. All right, we gotta move, y'all. We gotta move. So let's get to this next story. Now, I don't even know how to get into it, but
that's how you gonna get into it, really? You just gonna flex his picture.
So everybody knows who this is, Mr. Cosby. Mr. Cosby is home. Now, Felicia Rashard is getting flack because she made a statement about justice being served and now maybe losing her position as the dean of fine arts at Howard University. What do we think about that?
So let me start this off because first of all, I got to get this straight. Law is law. Emotions is emotions. You cannot put law and emotions together. First of all, okay. And they call it what? Mob justice. When people come to the court, stand up there and voice their opinion, they expect the judge to listen to them and their opinions. But guess what? The law is the law. You cannot. Law is not based off of everybody's opinions. Point blank. Period.
But Maurice, let me ask you this: since when somebody exercises their right to freedom of speech, should they lose their job just for saying what they feel like is right?
Exactly. You shouldn't, because now what the university is doing is listening to what everybody else is saying, okay, instead of looking at facts and what the law is. So according to the law, this man is innocent, right?
Right.
So guess what? It shouldn't be no more discussion about what she said, because basically what she said was law, and that this man is innocent and he's out of jail. Right. But what Howard University is doing is listening to what everybody else got to say, which is mob justice, because everybody got their opinion, and they scared about their reputation. But guess what? This man he's the one that gave the most money to these colleges, and millions of dollars.
That's right.
Wore Howard across all of his sweatshirts on the show.
Give him his money back then. If
Thank you.
That's what I was gonna say. Give the man his money back, and see places that, nowadays, if you say the wrong thing, they're gonna get rid of you. These people are worried about money. And my thing is, let's look at the principle. Y'all so mad at him, all the millions of dollars. Be mad enough to give him back his money. They done took all of his, stripped him from
millions.
And I think it's a disgrace. And I just hate to see. I mean, I don't want to ignore whatever he did. I don't want to ignore it.
Right.
For the victims, I feel bad for the victims. But I just don't believe that everything that everybody's saying is like, oh, come on, let's kill him.
First of all, the man is 83 years old. A lot of these allegations were allegedly from like 30-something years ago.
50 years ago.
And can we just take into consideration that the man was a black man that was rich
and
powerful, and that was welcoming to a lot of the partying that they were doing. We're talking about the 70s and late 60s, early 70s type stuff. If you look at pictures of him, there are women flocked all over him while he's trying to sign autographs. They're laying all on him and stuff like that. So, I mean, I just don't think that everybody was, and this is just my own personal opinion. I don't think that everybody was a victim. I think some of it was just partying. But my whole thing is, if there is such we're so wrapped up in cancel culture right now, we can cancel anybody over anything. Forget the fact that this man has laid the foundation in the Black community for a lot of aspiring doctors and lawyers and college students and all of this. Like, the man influenced a whole generation after generation. So for this woman was a part of it. So killing his legacy is in some way killing hers. And of course she would speak out about that. That's somebody that she's revered, that we've all revered for years. I'm not saying that nobody was victimized in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but at the end of the day, the legality behind it is this man has been proven innocent. Right. So if she says something about how she feels about that, your cancel culture don't matter right now. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody canceling the other people that speak their mind constantly about how they feel about legality. So why are we doing that to each other right now?
Right.
Let's go to the audience real quick. Kate Danielle says the university has an image to uphold, and they want to remain elite within that community.
Oh, please.
No, shall buy. Then run that man that money back. And I mean every million that he donated.
Melody D. Robinson, they are not going to use it right now. I don't think he wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but he still, listen, the richest person could still stand for a couple of days, still want a few million.
Run it to me.
But you know what? I don't want to ignore, like I said, the victims. But in life, like, see, certain things, I don't go to men's rooms. Mm-hmm. Not unless I'm not, praising him,
Right.
But when you go into somebody's room, anything is liable to happen.
And everything was good until that money ran out.
Hello.
No, but see, he already paid that woman $3.5 million for the settlement or whatever that they didn't even disclose. You know what I mean? So he paid the woman, and then they didn't even bring that up in court.
I believe it was consensual, but she wanted more. Kevin said it's not really about judgment being served. It's about a Black man being able to navigate the system like the white people have been doing for years and years.
I agree.
Let me take, like Judge Joe Brown said. Y'all see Judge Joe Brown?
Yeah.
So he said, look, what y'all need to do is shut your mouth, regardless if you did it or not. Shut your mouth, get a good lawyer, and guess what? And stop running your mouth and let him do his job.
That's right. Aaliyah said, if you breathe wrong, you're canceled. Savannah Bless said, folks came for him, and at the time they did because they wanted to cut down his continuation of generational wealth.
Yep.
I believe that because they did everything they could to keep him from buying NBC. That man could have had that whole company.
Yep. But do you see how most of the black men that are extremely popular,
Right.
they have, tried to tarnish them.
Absolutely.
My poor little Michael Jackson. They're going to leave Michael alone.
The man is dead. When do we stop?
When do we stop?
When do we leave him
He
alone?
just wanted a childhood. They shouldn't have done that.
I feel so bad at his funeral when his brother Marlon said, "Brother, you're resting now, and maybe now they'll leave you alone."
Yeah, it's sad.
Did he say that?
Yes. He said that, and I'll never forget that. That was one of that moment, and when his daughter spoke, the two moments I can't unsee. But when Marlon got up there and said, "You're resting in peace now, and maybe now they'll leave you alone."
So sad. Lord.
Hey, boo.
Listen, y'all don't know.
That was my first boyfriend, for real.
Love.
Was y'all crying too when he sung?
What?
Michael Jackson. Huh?
Did y'all faint and cry and stuff?
When he died?
When he died, I cried like a baby.
When
I'm
he
not
was
gonna lie.
singing and stuff. You know, everybody fainted and cry.
Antonio, you just in time, buddy. Thanks so much.
Hey, Antonio.
You said, did we cry with what?
You know, when Michael Jackson sing, everybody be crying and fainting.
Oh, and
all the
falling
time.
out. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, that wasn't. Only the Holy Ghost. Ooh.
Come on, come on, make a move, Jesus.
All right. So that's our spiel on Bill. We got to keep moving, y'all, because we got a lot to talk about. All right, so let's get into this real quick.
Hey, girl.
Okay, so Miss Sha'Carri Richardson, so talented. Now, let me tell you what's so sad to me about this story, because she already was getting so much flack of how unique she looked. The tattoos, the long fingernails, the blonde and gold and purple and all kind of different hair. And then they're gonna drug test you, and you smoke the weed, and you make a decision, and she would have won. This girl is so talented.
She is.
But here's my opinion. Okay, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You cannot compare track and field to the rest of the sports world. In football season, you got a long season. NBA, you got a long season. They might suspend you for 6 games. Olympics is every 4 years, right? It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. You don't have a long season. You don't play every year. You don't.
Nope.
This is not every year, so it's kind of tough, man, because it's not every year, and I just don't feel like they did her right with that.
They did her horribly. They did her such an injustice. It is a crying, chronic shame.
They were looking for a reason. They were.
Absolutely.
They were.
Because she was so good. She was so popular. Everybody was talking about her. And then there it was.
I mean, if I could smoke weed, I would do it right now, but I can't.
You would what?
I said, if I could smoke some weed right now, I'll smoke it, but I can't.
Oh, God.
I want to get high like Snoop. You feel like you're having a good time. All the time.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing, because everybody try to act like sinning don't feel good. And it's not, sinning is wonderful. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say fornicating didn't feel good and all that kind of stuff. It's just not good for you. Everything that feels good is not good for you. And it's not lawful and it's not expedient.
Eating cake at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I want.
Always feels good until you got to do this.
Oh,
then you realize I may have made some bad decisions,
Right.
So
the rules.
Yeah, the rules are the rules. I hate that this happened. I hate that she made that decision. And she was dealing with grief, like he said, she had just lost her biological mother, and unless we know what that feels like, we don't know what that feels like. So we don't know what we would do in that particular situation. I've lost people and wanted to find a weed man. So I totally understand that. I mean, I'm just gonna be real.
Right.
I've wanted to in some know how to numb the pain that you're going through, you know, and we don't know what that feels like unless we've actually lost a parent, lost a mother, or whatever. So we can't say what we could have done. But I just wish that she hadn't done that. But I love this girl. You know, I love how she is channeling the first fastest Black woman in the world, FloJo, who was one of my idols growing up. Because I always loved how unique and beautiful she was. You know, with one long pants leg on and the other leg off, and her long fingernails and her long black hair. You know, so it's really cool to see that same Black girl power and that Black girl uniqueness be shown in such a great way. I really, really hope that she gets a chance to let people see beyond this scandal, you know.
So do y'all believe that they should boycott, you know,
yes,
athletes should boycott the Olympics? Because that's what they're talking about.
Yes, I do think so. And if I was in the Olympics, I would definitely boycott. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some places is legal.
Because now she can't run at all. Today they just said that she can't even do the relay.
Oh, they changed it now?
Yeah, she can't even run at all. None.
Oh, that's too much. That's too much.
Terrible.
She can't run at all no more.
Now I think now we can't take this sitting down now. Come on.
Yeah, now they do. They definitely do. Like I was thinking that maybe they shouldn't boycott because she was still going to get a chance at the relay, but to take the relay from her for what?
Yeah. For what?
Now you just pick it. Now you're trying to make an example out of her, and that's not okay. They made no examples out of nobody that was.
Michael Phelps got a slap on the wrist. He smoked weed.
Hello.
Absolutely. And then still swam.
Yeah, he a weed head. So I mean,
it's terrible. They're gonna sit in the counseling, and then that's it. Yeah, it's terrible.
And if I was them, I wouldn't in. I'd do it now because I understand the rules is the rules, but the rules that you making for the Olympics, guess what? That's every 4 years. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like football when they say, okay, yeah, Johnson smoked weed. We gonna suspend him for 3 games, and he can play the rest of the 10 games.
I don't like
that.
That's not cool.
I don't like it.
I didn't know they took the relay from her.
Yeah, they took the relay from her too.
That was the least they could have done was, you know what I'm saying? Like at least they were that opportunity to still run. It's a small offense. And if Michael Phelps got to still swim,
come on,
then somebody ought to be able to still see that girl run. Y'all didn't take nothing from him but some endorsement.
Well,
and that's going to affect y'all.
You heard what Nike said then. Nike said we ain't getting rid of them. Nike said y'all can say what you want to say. We're gonna keep them.
And I love it.
God, thank God.
Everything in my closet that's tennis shoe based would have Nike on it because they likes us. They stands up for us, and I likes them. I like Nike. Nike all right with
us. They like the people.
They stands for us. Black Lives Matter to Nike, and I like that in them. I like that in your Nike.
I do too. I just want Ms. Richardson, be encouraged. You're a phenomenal athlete, and don't worry, you're gonna be just fine.
Absolutely,
I think she's gonna be fine. Absolutely. All right, guys, we gotta move along because it's 10 o'clock and we got tons of Ask the Pew questions. Let's get into it. This is a little different. Somebody actually sent me a video today. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Deanne Cooks. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I have 2 questions for you today. Question number 1 is, how do you determine your song selections for each ministry event? And question number 2 is, how do you select your ministry events, or how do you accept your ministry events? Those are my 2 questions for you today. Thanks, and have a wonderful day.
All right.
She's pretty, first of all. She seemed like she's somebody's real sweet auntie. Yeah. That'll hug you after you get a whooping and be like, your mama didn't mean it. I like her.
Me too.
But choosing, I'm trying to get a clear understanding of what kind of ministry events she's referring to. Like, is she talking about us as artists or us from like church events?
I mean, I'll say this. I pray about every invitation.
Yeah.
I don't just get an invitation and say, oh, I'm going to do it because you invited me. It's got to make sense to me. I got to pray and make sure that it's an assignment that God wants me to take. And if it is, then, I'll respond and we'll go from there. But I mean, that's just me. I don't know. What do you guys do?
I do the same thing. I don't go nowhere that don't feel right. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not going to be able to really minister effectively if I know I ain't supposed to be there in the first place.
Right.
And not that the people there don't deserve to be ministered to, but it might not be my assignment.
Right.
So I don't want to be out of place. But I always pray about my song selection if that's what she's asking about. Mm-hmm. I tell people all the time, like, God is the DJ. So whatever he wants to hear, he's going to make sure that he hears it. And he always lets us in on it. But
then you have to be sensitive to the spirit. It's always subject to change for me because I can have a whole lineup ready to go, and I get there, and the flow of the house is just something different.
Exactly.
And so that may mean, whoever's there, whether it's their team or I brought my band with me, everybody's got to be spiritually inclined and just flow.
Absolutely. That's what I mean when I say that God is a DJ. I might have something. If I have a track with me and the spirit has moved with the whole atmosphere in there, I'll do a hymn or I'll do something, something popular that would fit in that vein right then, and then possibly go into what I came there to do. If they like want me to do some of my own original music, then I'll make sure to try to slide that in. But for the most part, I'm just gonna go with the flow, because you break that, and it's really, really dangerous not to follow the spirit when there's already a flow going on.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're listening to the DJ. Like, he knows exactly what he wants to hear. And if he tells you, okay, right here, that's not going to go here. Let's try this. Let's do this. Trust me. Let's do this. I mean, and that's just how audibly he talks to me sometimes. He's like, no, do this. Trust me. Just do this. Mm-hmm. And it always works out because he knows exactly what it's going to take for some people to get to where they need to be spiritually in that moment. So I definitely say stay very, very sensitive to the spirit of God, because he's always going to direct you in the right way.
Absolutely. So I hope that answered. I mean, and as far as accepting, I think everybody has different ways in which they accept engagements. I know for me, generally people email me, and then once we get the email and we pray about it and decide if it's something we want to do, we send back a form and gather all the information we can about the event. Where is it going to be? How many people are you expecting? Is it a ticketed event? What's your budget? I mean, just as much information as we can, about where we're going and what you're asking for us to do. And then, we respond that way. So, your question was a little open-ended, so I hope we're covering exactly. Mo, I mean, are we hitting it, do you think? Her question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think
all right. And if we were misconstruing any part of it, just send us another video or whatever, and we'll hit on it. But I think that's pretty much the long and the short of it. Just be prayerful about everything.
Absolutely.
Everything. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be afraid to say no. If it doesn't feel right, no matter how big, no matter how small. And then another thing that just dropped in my spirit, remember, home comes first. I don't care if they're asking you to open on the Stellars. If you got something going on at home and your leader has already asked you to be there, you don't go back and try to say, hey, I need to go do this because you feel like it's a bigger opportunity. Home always comes first. It's so important that you're accountable to a local assembly, that you have a kingdom community that you're a part of. You can't be a renegade. You can't just be an artist out here singing and you don't belong to a church.
Yes.
You got to be poured into. You need somebody that's covering you.
Absolutely.
That's why I sing so good, Ron. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, praise him. Hallelujah.
Ashley, you ain't heard me yet.
I have not, but Ron's response is telling me everything I need to hear, bro.
Go ahead, bust a little something out for him.
I say do it.
Now you know.
Show us a little something.
Ashley, I can't sing for her leg. Don't listen to me.
Y'all remember that Bobby Jones song, A Little Something for the Radio? Wasn't that Donald and Bobby Jones? Testimony. Don't be like,
oh God. That
All
getting
right.
close to that camera kills me softly, Monique. That takes me out of here.
Let's say something without saying nothing.
Right. Okay, here we go, y'all.
Hi, my name is Will, and I'm from South Carolina. My question is it needed as a gospel artist for you to be signed to a major label? Like, are major labels a thing of the past or not?
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
Hi, my name is Timothy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm from.
We'll come back to you, Timothy. It depends on who you're asking, I would say. I mean, I'm an independent artist.
I have done a lot without the aid of a major label. And I'm now, fortunately, I am now on my dad's label, C&D Records, which is going to be doing the release of my new album, My Perfect God, praise the Lord. Shameless plug. But he did so much for so many years without the aid of a major label, so that inspired me to know that I could do the same thing as an independent artist, and I've done that. I think a label is good, but with the way that even technology is going now,
Yeah,
people don't even need studios anymore for real, unless they just really want that experience. I think I personally, that's just my personal preference. I would rather the studio thing, but with technology, I can record on this computer and put it out. So it's kind of the same thing when it comes to, with all the independent artists that are out there, it's already been shown that a record label really is a necessity, but it's still a good option.
I would say it's important to understand the business.
Yeah.
Whether you're with the label or not, if you're an artist and you're independent, it's so important that you know and understand the business. And it's ever changing because, my first deal was at 13 years old with Hosanna Music Group, One Nation Entertainment. And from things that we were doing then to now, like I'm learning constantly. I'm on Clubhouse taking little tutorials.
It's constantly evolving.
It's constantly evolving. So it's like, if you want to be an artist and you independent, learn the business, learn how to register your songs, learn how to get things copywritten, learn what it takes to get your record played, and you better have some money. That's the only thing. To be an independent artist, it takes money to push your record.
Somebody told me that a record label ain't nothing but a bank.
That's right. And then what you got to realize with these record labels, Ashley's got it really good because her dad is the record label. But a lot of times with these record labels, they put up this money for you. So they pay for the radio promotion. They pay for this. They pay for that. And you're like, oh, this is dope. But guess what? You have to pay them back.
That's
you don't get the record until you pay them, or they'll let you do another one, and then you're in more and more debt to the record company until you pay them back. That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand the business. Get you an attorney, read the fine print.
Now that is
it's a jungle out here.
That is not negotiable. Have an attorney. If you ain't got a label, have an attorney. I want to know what Monique thinks, because she's been
quiet.
No. I'm on the downward spiral when it comes down to this whole thing. I have lived this. Mm-hmm. I can remember Hezekiah being in the house going crazy because it's like, what's happening? Choir's hot, selling records, and the record company keeps saying they still got to recoup. Y'all ain't recouped
all
yet.
the money they put out.
And so, but that was such, that was the 90s, early 200s. Times have changed now. Technology is different. I just think, I don't really think you really need a whole label, but you have to work your stuff good. And then you got to have something marketable.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got to have something worth somebody. You ain't got no whole label behind you. Oh, his eyes is green. Hold up.
Ain't they blue?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, Ron.
Do they change? I thought they were gray. They're looking kind of grayish, greenish.
Are
Right
those the contacts? Can you change
Okay.
it when you want to? Just take it.
I think he was born with them.
But I think times have changed now, but you have to know what you're doing, because people just feel like, oh, I could just go and put something out, and you hit it up, everybody go buy it. It's just a lot to it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's better. It's almost like I often tell people this, because a lot of people want to write books. They want to be an author. If you don't know how to write books properly, you're going to hurt yourself more than help yourself. You're going to pick up that book and say, what kind of idiot is this?
Yep.
If I can't read your Facebook status, I'm not going to read your book.
Are you talking about grammar? I'm not. I'm telling you. When I was
like grammar, content, all of that.
I can't. I will not. I pick it up and you don't know was and were there and there. I'm not reading your book.
No.
So what's the sense of saying I got a book? What's the sense of saying I got a CD out and it's horrible?
Yeah.
The sound sounds like you in a tunnel. It's all of these things that we got. Know what you're doing.
Not only that, I think Mo, people got to remember too, and this is what I think about every day when I hear my record played, whether it's never on the charts. There are millions upon millions and millions of people making music, and everybody wants their music played. That's why I celebrate Ashley when I see her climbing the charts. That's huge, because out of the millions of people that are making records, yours is number 10 on the charts. That's huge.
That's right.
It's not easy. And so, but what's going to separate you from the millions of people? Is it going to be the poor mix job? Right. The fact that it's not mastered? Is it going to be you singing flat the whole song and nobody EQing you? I mean,
but you know what else can hurt you? I'm gonna tell you. Well, I don't know about now, because we don't a bad CD cover. Because I'm telling you, if you like this. Wait.
Monique, not the hand.
I'm not buying your CD.
Wait, if it's like what?
Not buying it. No.
She said, look.
Tell me.
And then the picture blurry and.
Come on now. I remember years ago somebody had put out something, and first of all, they had on something, and the fabric they had on was 20 cents a yard. And it's not about, it just looks so bad. And I wanted to, it's no way. Give me a pack. Sorry, Ashley. But no. I love fashion. I'm not saying you got to go get something off the Gucci rack, but make sure it's nice. Make sure, I know you don't want to, you don't want to be too trendy and all of that. I get it.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Why? What's wrong with being cute? These people want to come over here with Vaseline on their lips with an album cover.
No, that face should be beat to the ground.
No, nobody's going to buy. It don't even look like something I want to buy. No, Ashley, do you understand? Okay, Maurice, you know what I'm saying.
You know, I understand what you're saying. You're just killing me.
But did you see how you look when you're recording?
Yes.
Hair,
amazing.
We have to give a presentation.
But
I sound good and give me something that I can say, wow.
Yeah.
It's just like the bonnets. The girls going in the airport with the bonnets. And
Don't
stuff.
get me started, Maurice. Do not
God.
get me
Don't
started.
make me have a nervous breakdown.
But you know, I think a lot of people don't realize, and I think this is, as gospel artists, I think we think that because we serve Jesus and he ought to be enough. He's enough spiritually, but naturally humans cannot see what's in your heart. They see what's from the outside first. And so you have to have something that's visually appealing, or no one is really going to pay attention. That's just the way humans are programmed mentally.
Absolutely.
You know, they're going to see you before they hear you. So if they, and a lot of people don't understand, and this is what I had to tell a friend of mine, because they were starting a business or whatever. And I told them, I said, listen, people do not know what business that you have going on before you open your mouth, but they're going to see how you feel about your business when they lay eyes on you. Because the way that you take care of yourself speaks volumes about how you take care of any and everything else.
You should look like this. You should look like this.
Period. That's the way you're supposed to. That's an album cover.
You should look like
that's
this.
An album cover. That orange always gives me what I need. That orange is everything.
I gotta lose some weight.
I can't keep wearing that. I can't.
Where in your feet? But no, it's so true. But the other thing is, you gotta have, if you're independent, have some mentors. You know, because it's just like when I was doing this record with Ernest Pugh, he sent it back to me him and his camp sent it back 3 times and said, remix. He didn't like the mix, but it's okay, because when your name is attached to something, you don't want no junk.
Right.
And so you have to line yourself up with the industry standard. So when I, do CD covers and stuff, I'm gonna pull up Bishop Hezekiah Walker's. And I want mine to look the same quality. I want the sound to be the same quality. I don't want to put that CD in and then put mine in and the volume go down. Something's wrong with the master.
That's because somebody trying to do stuff and they got $10. You got to you ain't got to have $1 million, but you got to put something in it. And then you want to look like you climbing up the rough side of the mountain. You got to give people something that say, you know what? I'm successful in Jesus. I'm happy in Jesus. You know what I'm in. It could be in Jesus, but you don't want to be ugly in Jesus,
right?
I hope.
No, you want to look stunning like this.
Ron, please take that picture down, please.
Ashley will be back. She probably lost signal.
Oh God,
stunning like this.
Pastor Ron, if you don't get that off, thank you.
That orange is everything.
That's you see these comments? Give us life, Pastor Mo.
That's okay. I'm losing some weight for this wedding, child. I gotta be snatched for Jesus.
You already are.
Period.
Right.
All right.
Capital P. Dot.
We got a couple more questions. Hopefully, Ashley make it back. We got 2 more.
Hi, my name is Timothy. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. And my question is, what does it mean to be super in the natural?
Super what?
In the natural. Huh? What does it mean to be super in the natural?
Super in the net. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, that's a different one for me.
I don't know what that means.
What does it mean to be super in the natural? I mean, I believe we serve a supernatural God, but super in the natural. Oh, they're still talking about you, Pastor Mo. There we go. Mama Mo, you can please do that pose one more time.
One more time. Show it one more time. Show it.
Yeah.
One more time, Ron. One more time.
Please don't show that.
Boom.
Bam.
Hey.
Yes.
Why ain't show the one with me and my daughter together?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that one tonight. Sorry.
Okay.
I just happen to have these queued up.
That's what you
For
post.
such a time as
like.
this.
Yeah, I got to lose about 10 pounds, and I'm halfway there now.
So, do we understand this one, y'all? I'm
gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let y'all tackle that one because I don't know.
Yeah, come on. Let's move to the next one.
Okay, next one.
We can do that next week.
Yeah. Hold on. I think he has another one, y'all. Hold on. Super in the natural. A supernatural, like in the flesh, in the nude. I'm genuinely. What?
Oh, funny.
I'm hoping Kevin is saying yes to your picture, Monique, not to what's the super nude. No, I know what you're saying. Yes to.
God. Oh, my God.
They talk
Okay.
about supernatural in the flesh.
Pastor Mo had to cut her camera off. Hold on. Okay, wait. We got one last question and we out of here. Hopefully Ashley thing gonna make it. But here we go.
Hey y'all, it's Tracy, and I have a question. I went to this girl who owns this boutique, and she said she do exclusive pieces only. But honey, I went to a banquet, and this girl had on the same dress. And after I poured all my punch over her, I still want to go back and ask for a refund. What y'all think? Because it's supposed to be exclusive only, and somebody else had on the same design.
Yeah. Get a refund, sugar. Get a refund.
Wait a minute. She said, wait, let me. I'm not laughing at you, Tracy. She said she went to a boutique and they said they have exclusive pieces, but she went to her pastor's banquet and somebody had on her dress. But after she poured punch all over, she poured punch all over the lady dress. She want a refund. You can't get no refund. Sometimes when the my sister used to own a boutique. Wait. Kobe. My sister.
Me too, Cole. Kobe. Oh my! She keeps singing, and it just drives me. I love her. But, oh. Wait, I took it from my charger. My laptop about to die.
Okay, Ashley. Ashley, maybe you can help. Let me let you hear.
I just heard it.
Hey y'all, it's Tracy. I have a question. I went to this girl who owns this boutique, and she said she do exclusive pieces only. But honey, I went to a banquet, and this girl had on the same dress. And after I poured all my poop over her, I still want to go back and ask for a refund. What y'all think? Because it's supposed to be exclusive only, and somebody else had on the same design.
That's what I'm saying. My sister used to own a boutique.
Savannah, that's what be grating my brain with a cheese grater every single time. It's that girl. I can't.
Look, Ashley, when she say that, honey, that's what gets you every time.
I don't understand it.
Okay. So, well, my sister used to own a boutique. Sometimes when they say exclusive, it's exclusive to their store, meaning that their store is the only one that maybe sell it. That doesn't mean that they only sell this. I don't know.
I don't think that's what exclusive means.
I didn't think that was what it meant either. I thought that it meant that it was like one of a kind, like only one of those made anywhere. Yeah, that's what I thought. Absolutely. Of course, I ain't had no exclusive one thing made. I think probably 3 more people somewhere got this shirt. So I don't know what that luxury is, but I feel like if it is supposed to be something that's exclusive, she should have gotten clarity on exactly what their definition of exclusivity is. And if it's supposed to be like one of a kind type thing, then that's one thing, and she should go get a refund. If it was supposed to be exclusive to that store, then that's a completely different thing.
But is that time for a refund?
I think so.
I would be on fire
Period.
Somebody had the same thing on. Yes. Oh no.
Especially if you told me that there's only one of these in the world. Like basically this is only one of a kind type.
Jesus, guy.
Dress. Run
And
me
then
all
you
my
go
clothes.
into a banquet and somebody got it on.
Or to the prom and like 8 other girls got your dress on.
But then this girl, Tracy, yes, she gonna go pour punch all over her dress because they had on the same dress. Talking about after I got through pouring punch all over her. I'm like, what? Did you?
Baby, had I run up on that situation like firsthand, don't encourage her. Don't encourage that. Don't tell her
about excuse violence, Trey. Wait, why Aaliyah say she makes my head hurt, but I love her?
I listen, she's sweet as pie, but ma'am, don't. First of all, I hate that she poured the punch on the other girl for. That wasn't her fault.
She had on her dress, so
I guess her dress. She didn't pay for that one.
She said she was gonna be the only one in there with that on.
She would have been the only one in the jail cell with that same dress on. Had that lady, girl, come on now. We got to be smart about this too now.
Yes, Renee, that's the part that takes me out every time.
It seems like it takes her head all the way in a semicircle just to say it. Like she stretches the mess out of that word.
Oh man,
unreal.
Wait, what? Who was the one girl who spelled her name? Tamara.
That's Tamara, honey. That's
Tamara.
Tamara.
And don't you forget it.
And don't you forget it.
Oh my gosh. I love these callers. They are hilarious. Wait, Kobe says, I'm standing behind Tracy this week. Become Peter Trey. Oh, become Peter Trey. Oh, wow. Well, thanks to the Most High God, it's been another wonderful show. We lost Monique. Her charger was dying. But until next time.
What was that?
VA.
Somebody explain. VA. Oh, okay. I love it.
Until next time.
Ron, you know what?
No play.
You know what? I can't.
Hey.
Bye, y'all.
She should put the T in.
Ash, keep doing your thing. Have a good rest of your week.
Thank you, y'all too.
Ash.
Thank you.
Go,
thank you. Thank you. Y'all be on the lookout for it. Keep me in your prayers.
I wanted to ask you this. Was you about to crown me last week?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I was. Yeah, you gotta be real careful with me. They'll just come, and I won't even have time to apologize for it.
Me and Ron was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. I mean, I was just really emotional that week anyway. Like, I had a lot of I was everywhere. So I was excited and I was anxious and I was nervous and then I was grateful. So, all of that was like emotional gumbo. So of course tears was gonna come out. Why not?
That's good.
Jefferson Brown says, "Blessed be the tide that binds."
Come on, Tide.
Renee says, "Can't wait to buy the CD." Ashley, me either.
Thank you so much. Shout out to CMB Records, my daddy, and they're gonna be releasing it. We're looking at the end of the year, actually.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So y'all pray for me, please.
I'm waiting for Jesus to come back.
But you know what? Speaking of buying, if you haven't already, bam, go get it.
Yes.
Ooh, there we go.
Make sure you call in those radio stations.
Please do so.
And thank you,
Renee. I'm getting you down to VA. I'm getting you here.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do. And thank you again, everybody that's been all the radio announcers that have been playing my single. It has been on the Billboard indicator chart for 10 weeks today.
That is awesome.
So I appreciate you guys.
Every day we lit.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we love you.